Welcome to Secret Stops, your gateway to the world's most breathtaking adventures. Today, we're exploring the top 10 U.S. national parks to visit in 2025. From dramatic canyons to endless mountain trails and wild landscapes that feel untouched by time. These are the places where nature tells its most powerful stories. And each park is waiting for you to discover it this year. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to Secret Stops and hit the bell so you'll never miss our journey through the world's most inspiring destinations. Welcome to one of the most breathtaking natural wonders on the planet, the majestic Grand Canyon in Arizona. This geological marvel, carved over millions of years by the relentless force of the Colorado River, is not just a sight to behold. It's an experience that touches the soul. Stretching 277 miles long, up to 18 miles wide, and over a mile deep, the Grand Canyon is a place where time itself is etched into the stone. Standing at the edge of the South Rim, the vastness before you is almost impossible to comprehend. The layered bands of red, orange, and burnt sienna rock form a rugged cathedral sculpted by nature's patience and power. Every layer you see holds a story from a different era, an unbroken timeline of Earth's transformation spanning 2 billion years. As the sunlight dances across the cliffs, the canyon becomes a living canvas, its colors shifting from soft gold at sunrise to deep crimson as the sun sets. But the Grand Canyon isn't just for gazing. It's a playground for adventurers and dreamers alike. Hike down the bright Angel Trail into the very heart of the gorge, where each switchback reveals a new perspective, a deeper silence, a wilder beauty. Or brave the mighty river itself. Whitewater rafting along the Colorado River offers a thrill like no other, as you ride the rapids through towering cliffs and hidden waterfalls, immersed in the heartbeat of the canyon. If you're craving a bird's-eye view, few experiences rival a helicopter tour over the canyon. From the air, its scale becomes truly evident, revealing the deep-cut channels and winding curves that aren't visible from the ground. It's a perspective that leaves many travelers speechless. The North Rim, more remote and less traveled, offers a quieter, more meditative experience. Here, forests meet cliffs, and wildlife roams freely. You might spot a mule deer, a condor soaring overhead, or a lone hiker absorbing the stillness. Every corner of the canyon feels like stepping into a different world. And as day turns to night, the Grand Canyon doesn't fade, it transforms. Designated a dark sky park, its star-lit skies are among the clearest in the United States. Gaze upward and see the Milky Way unfurl across the heavens, a cosmic reminder of how small we are and how big the world really is. The Grand Canyon isn't just a destination, it's a pilgrimage, a place that humbles you, awes you, and stays with you long after you've left. Whether you're there to explore, reflect, or simply witness one of Earth's greatest creations, this wonder of America delivers an unforgettable encounter with nature's grandeur. Sometimes beauty doesn't whisper. It roars with waterfalls, soars with granite cliffs, and echoes through ancient forests. Welcome to Yosemite National Park, a place where nature performs on its grandest stage. Tucked within California's Sierra Nevada mountains, Yosemite is more than just a destination. It's a spiritual encounter with Earth's raw splendor. Covering more than 750,000 acres, this UNESCO World Heritage Site has captivated travelers, artists, climbers, and dreamers for generations. As you enter Yosemite Valley, the first glimpse of the towering El Capitan feels like a moment frozen in time. Rising more than 3,000 feet straight up, this iconic monolith of granite challenges the world's greatest rock climbers and leaves everyone else in silent awe. Nearby, Half Dome stands like a massive stone wave about to crash, a surreal blend of power and serenity. But Yosemite's magic isn't just vertical. It's found in the spray of Yosemite Falls, one of the tallest waterfalls in North America, plunging a total of 2,425 feet. In spring, the melting snow feeds this mighty cascade, sending thunderous echoes through the valley below. Mist floats across trails, catching rainbows in the sunlight, a moment that lives long in memory. Wander further, and you'll discover hidden worlds. The peaceful shores of Mirror Lake, where reflections of granite peaks shimmer in still waters. Or the meadows of Tuolumne, where wildflowers dance in the breeze beneath dramatic alpine backdrops. In Mariposa Grove, ancient giant sequoias, some over 3,000 years old, stand as silent guardians of time. Walking among them is like stepping into a sacred temple, where every tree tells a story that began long before humanity. And when the sun begins to set, Yosemite reveals its most cinematic self. From Glacier Point, the view is a jaw-dropping panorama, Half Dome aglow in golden light, with the valley unfurling like a living painting below. In autumn, the forests are brushed in gold and crimson. In winter, snow crowns the granite spires, and waterfalls freeze in time. Every trail here leads to wonder. Whether you're a photographer chasing golden hour, a hiker venturing into Yosemite's backcountry, or a family picnicking under blue skies, Yosemite delivers something profound, a reminder of how small we are and how beautiful that smallness can feel. Yosemite isn't just seen, it's felt, a place where silence is majestic and every breath feels a little fuller. If ever there were a place to reconnect with the earth and with yourself, it's here, in the wild, breathtaking heart of Yosemite. Welcome to Yellowstone National Park, a land unlike any other on Earth. Spanning the wild corners of Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, Yellowstone is far more than just a collection of scenic landscapes. It is a living, breathing testament to the primordial power of nature, a volcanic caldera teeming with geological wonders, untamed wildlife, and ancient wilderness that whispers stories from before time. Established in 1872 as America's first national park, Yellowstone is the crown jewel of the American wilderness. And still today, it feels as raw and untamed as it must have been centuries ago. This park covers nearly 3,500 square miles, yet every inch is alive. Beneath its surface lies one of the largest active volcanoes in the world, and above you'll find a mosaic of steaming geysers, rumbling waterfalls, glacier-carved valleys, and emerald forests that seem to stretch on forever. At the heart of it all is Old Faithful, perhaps the most iconic geyser on Earth. Like clockwork, it erupts every 90 minutes, sending boiling water soaring skyward. Surrounding it are hundreds more geysers, hissing steam vents, and simmering mud pots that bubble and churn like cauldrons from another planet. And then there's the unforgettable Grand Prismatic Spring, a surreal, rainbow-colored pool of blue, green, yellow, and red. It looks like something pulled from the dreams of another world. The vibrant hues are not just stunning, they're the result of microscopic organisms thriving in the extreme heat, a reminder that life finds a way even in the harshest places. But Yellowstone is not just about geothermal marvels. It's one of the last true wild places in America. Bison, the great shaggy icons of the West, roam the open plains in herds, their breath visible in the cold morning air. Elk bugle across meadows while bears lumber through forests and gray wolves, once nearly extinct, move stealthily through the trees, bringing balance back to the ecosystem. Here, waterfalls roar with power, like the magnificent lower falls of the Yellowstone River, which plunge dramatically into the colorful Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. Crystal clear lakes like Yellowstone Lake offer serene reflections of the surrounding peaks, while vast valleys like Lamar Valley provide one of the best wildlife viewing experiences in the entire country, earning it the nickname America's Serengeti. No matter the season, Yellowstone reveals a different kind of magic. In spring, newborn bison calves take their first steps under the watchful gaze of soaring eagles. Summer brings wildflowers and thundering waterfalls. Autumn turns the park into a painter's palette of gold and crimson. And winter cloaks it all in snow, where steam rises like ghosts through the icy silence, and wolves prowl through the drifts. This is not just a park, it's a primeval realm where Earth still breathes, roars, and sings. To visit Yellowstone is to step into a world where nature reigns supreme and wonder is found around every corner. It is wild, it is ancient, it is unforgettable. Welcome to Zion National Park, a place where time, water, and rock have come together to create one of the most mesmerizing landscapes in all of America. Nestled in the southwest corner of Utah, Zion is more than just a national park. It's a red rock cathedral sculpted by the hands of the earth over millions of years. Imagine walking into a canyon where towering sandstone cliffs rise nearly 2,000 feet above you, their faces glowing orange, pink, and crimson under the sun's embrace. The sky feels closer here, the silence between the cliffs deafening. This is where the soul of the desert whispers in every gust of wind and every echo down the canyon walls. Zion is a paradise for adventurers. At the top of many travelers' lists is the Narrows, a hike through the Virgin River as it carves its way between narrow canyon walls just feet apart. You'll wade through knee-deep water as golden light filters in from high above, painting the stone walls with magic. It's a hike that feels more like stepping into a living painting. Then there's the legendary Angel's Landing, a trail not for the faint of heart. It climbs up steep switchbacks and along narrow ridges with chains to guide your way. But reach the summit and you'll be rewarded with one of the most breathtaking panoramic views in the world. A bird's-eye look at the vast canyon, alive with color and carved by time. Every hour of the day transforms Zion's palette. In the early morning, the cliffs are soft and glowing gold. By midday, the rocks blaze red and orange. And as the sun sets, shadows dance across the canyon floor, turning the whole valley into a natural amphitheater of light and shadow. Don't miss the chance to visit Emerald Pools, a series of waterfalls and tranquil oases tucked into the cliffs. Or ride through the scenic Zion Mount Carmel Highway, where tunnels and switchbacks reveal jaw-dropping vistas at every turn. Whether you're an explorer chasing the thrill of the heights or a quiet soul seeking spiritual solace in nature, Zion is a place that speaks to all who enter. It's more than a destination. It's a sacred space where Earth shows off its raw, radiant artistry. Welcome to Arches National Park, a place where the desert has become a living sculpture garden, shaped by millions of years of wind, water, and time. As you arrive, you're greeted by endless stretches of red sandstone, towering pinnacles, balanced rocks, and over 2,000 natural arches create a landscape that feels ancient and surreal. The most iconic landmark is Delicate Arch, rising 52 feet from the desert floor. At sunset, the arch glows brilliant orange against the La Salle Mountains, one of the most photographed views in the American Southwest. Another wonder is Landscape Arch, one of the longest natural arches in the world. Its slender span stretches more than 290 feet, so thin it almost looks impossible. Standing beneath it, you can feel the fragility of stone, a reminder that even monuments of rock eventually yield to time. Throughout the park, you'll find Balanced Rock, a 3,600-ton boulder perched precariously on a narrow pedestal, and Double Arch, where two colossal arches intersect to form a dramatic window to the sky. At dawn, the desert comes alive with color, soft pink light warming the rocks, while shadows stretch across the sand. By night, the sky turns black and fills with countless stars, making Arches one of the best stargazing spots in America. Hiking here is more than a walk. It's a journey through deep canyons, slick rock trails, and silent amphitheaters of stone. Whether you're an adventurer, a photographer, or simply someone seeking awe, Arches National Park will leave you humbled by the power of nature. This is a place where time is measured not in years, but in eons. A reminder that the world is always changing, always creating something new. Welcome to Monument Valley, a place where the land tells stories older than memory and the horizon seems endless. Straddling the border of Arizona and Utah, Monument Valley is part of the Navajo Nation, a sacred landscape of towering sandstone buttes, mesas and spires rising hundreds of feet above the desert floor. The moment you arrive, you'll recognize the view. This is the backdrop of countless classic Western films, road trip photos, and travel dreams. The scene feels almost unreal. Massive red monoliths standing alone against a backdrop of bright blue sky. The most famous formations, Merrick Butte, the Mittens and Three Sisters, are icons of the American West. As the sun moves across the sky, these monuments shift in color, glowing deep red at sunrise and rich gold at sunset. Driving along the 17-mile Valley Drive, you'll see each butte from different angles. Stop at the overlooks to take in the vastness, the quiet desert stretching to the horizon, broken only by the shadows of stone giants. At dawn, soft light spills across the valley floor, revealing patterns in the sand and ancient footprints in the dust. The landscape feels timeless, shaped by erosion over hundreds of millions of years. Monument Valley is also a place of deep cultural heritage. The Navajo people, who call this land Sebi Nziskai, have lived here for centuries. For them, the formations are not just rocks, but sacred landmarks woven into stories and traditions. Hiking here feels like stepping into another world. Quiet trails lead to hidden viewpoints and solitary pinnacles. In the silence, you can hear the wind move through the canyons and feel the power of the land all around you. At night, the valley becomes a sanctuary of stars. Far from city lights, the sky transforms into a brilliant canopy, thousands of stars shining over the silent desert. Monument Valley is more than a destination. It's an experience, a place where the spirit of the American Southwest is alive in every rock, every shadow, and every sunrise. In the misty borderlands between North Carolina and Tennessee, the Great Smoky Mountains rise in soft blue ridges that seem to stretch forever. This is America's most visited national park, a place where ancient mountains and old-growth forests create a world that feels both timeless and alive. At dawn, a silver haze drifts through the valleys, curling around the treetops like a living thing. The Cherokee once called these mountains Chaconage, the land of blue smoke. And when you stand at an overlook and watch the fog lifting, you understand why. Trails wind through dense woods filled with towering tulip poplars, oaks, and hemlocks. In spring, wildflowers bloom in astonishing variety. Trillium, lady slippers, and fields of delicate phlox. Waterfalls spill down mossy rock faces in hidden hollows. Laurel Falls, Grotto Falls, Rainbow Falls, each with its own quiet music. In Cades Cove, a wide green valley opens among the ridges. Here deer graze in the meadows, and black bears wander the edges of the trees. Old pioneer cabins and churches stand preserved, reminders of the families who once farmed this land. Drive the Newfound Gap Road, and the landscape shifts with every turn, from deep forests to sweeping vistas, where you can see ridge after ridge fading into the distance. At Klingman's Dome, the highest point in the park, a short walk takes you to a tower where the view stretches for 100 miles on a clear day. As evening comes, the Smokies reveal another kind of beauty. The last light touches the ridges in soft gold. In summer, thousands of fireflies flicker in the twilight, turning the forest into a living constellation. More than any single view, the Smoky Mountains offer a feeling, a quiet invitation to slow down, breathe the cool air, and remember the deep rhythms of the natural world. Whether you hike to a hidden waterfall, watch the sunrise break over the peaks, or simply stand among the trees, this place stays with you long after you've gone. Welcome to Rocky Mountain National Park, a place where the wild heart of Colorado rises above the plains, crowned with snow and sky. Spanning more than 400 square miles, this park is a sanctuary of soaring mountains, emerald forests, and crystal-clear lakes. From high alpine tundra to dense pine valleys, every corner feels like a different world waiting to be explored. One of the most unforgettable experiences is driving the Trail Ridge Road, the highest continuous paved highway in North America. Winding up to over 12,000 feet, the road offers panoramic views that stretch for miles across the Continental Divide. At these heights, the air is thin, the wind is sharp, and the tundra blooms with tiny wildflowers that survive in the harshest conditions. Down below, the Bear Lake area is a gateway to some of the park's most beautiful hikes. Trails weave past glacial lakes like Emerald Lake, Dream Lake, and Nymph Lake, where the water reflects towering granite peaks. In autumn, golden aspens light up the valleys in brilliant color. Wildlife thrives here. Elk herds roam the meadows at dawn and dusk, their haunting calls echoing through the trees. Bighorn sheep cling to rocky cliffs. If you're lucky, you might even spot a black bear moving silently through the forest. As you explore, the elevation changes transform the landscape again and again, from ponderosa pine forest to alpine tundra, where almost nothing grows. Along the way, you'll find quiet moments, a sunrise over Long's Peak, the tallest mountain in the park, or the hush of falling snow in winter. For countless generations, people have come to these mountains to find perspective and peace. The Ute and Arapaho peoples called these peaks home long before roads and trails were built. Their history and spirit remain woven into the land. At night, Rocky Mountain National Park becomes a sanctuary of stars. Far from city lights, the Milky Way stretches across the sky in dazzling clarity. Whether you're here to hike, drive, watch wildlife, or simply breathe the thin mountain air, this place will stay with you. Because in Rocky Mountain National Park, nature is vast, powerful, and endlessly alive. Hidden beneath the sun-baked desert floor of northern Arizona lies a place so surreal, it feels as though it belongs to another planet. This is Antelope Canyon, a sacred and sculpted wonder carved not by hands, but by the patient force of nature over countless centuries. Here, flash floods have shaped the soft Navajo sandstone into flowing curves, narrow passageways, and towering waves of rock that twist and turn like wind-blown fabric frozen in time. As you step inside the canyon's narrow corridors, the outside world disappears. Above you, thin slits in the rock allow sunlight to pierce through, beams that seem to float in midair, dancing down onto the canyon floor like liquid gold. With every passing hour, the light shifts and paints the walls in hues of amber, violet, crimson, and rose, each shade more mesmerizing than the last. Every corner you turn feels like walking through a living painting. Shadows stretch, fade, and reform, giving the illusion that the walls themselves are breathing. There is a deep stillness here, broken only by the quiet awe of those who pass through. An almost spiritual silence that speaks to the heart without words. For the Navajo people, this place is more than beautiful. It is sacred, and standing within its twisting walls, it's easy to understand why. Antelope Canyon is not just a geological marvel, it's a cathedral of light and stone, a quiet, otherworldly escape that humbles you, heals you, and reminds you of the timeless artistry of the earth. In the wild, untamed heart of Alaska, stands a place where time feels ancient and nature reigns supreme. This is Denali National Park, home to the tallest peak in North America. Denali, a frozen titan rising 20,310 feet into the sky, carved by glaciers, wrapped in clouds, crowned in ice. But Denali is more than a mountain. It's a vast, breathing wilderness, an untouched frontier. Sprawling tundras roll endlessly into the horizon. Grizzlies roam through golden grass. Caribou cross rivers under the watching eyes of eagles. Here, silence speaks. You hear the wind through spruce trees, glaciers cracking in the distance, and the soft rhythm of nature, alive and free. You might camp beneath the northern lights, or catch a glimpse of a lone wolf disappearing into the morning mist. Or maybe you'll soar above it all, in a bush plane, flying past icy ridges and winding rivers, feeling like you're touching the sky itself. Denali isn't easy. It's not meant to be, but it offers something rare: perspective, peace, and awe. This is the last true wilderness, raw, majestic, unforgettable. Denali, where the earth feels eternal. And that wraps up our journey through the top 10 U.S. national parks to visit in 2025. Each of these natural wonders offers something unforgettable, whether it's breathtaking views, thrilling adventures, or a peaceful escape into the wild. Which park is at the top of your travel list this year? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your dream destinations. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a new adventure from Secret Stops. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next journey.